Welcome trainers to the series where we update the type chart and edit all 18 types with my own changes as well as your own input. From the interactions they have with other types, certain battle effects associated with the type, and any alterations we can make to existing information regarding the type. The dragon typing, an incredible type reflected through design, lore and capabilities, but also a type that nailed the chart since the beginning, and only needed fairy to reel it back before it became too overpowered. The dragon type is near perfect. I for one think it's up there as one of the best types for multiple reasons. Designs are awesome, ranging from hardcore to goofy, which is so appealing. Additionally, moves like Draco Meteor, Dragon Dance and Scale Shot can come in clutch in any given battle. In terms of the type itself, sure it only hits dragon for super effective damage, but think about all the neutral damage a majority of Pokemon will receive. Unless you're a fairy or steel type, you'll find it really difficult to switch into a dragon move. Defensively, it's a pretty solid type too, being a great answer to the elemental moves of fire, water, grass and electric. Just look out for opposing dragon, ice and fairy type moves and you'll be fine. Honestly, it's a fairly balanced type, so let's get through this quick and let's not drag on. So if you've seen my rules video, you'll know I've got to change at least one offensive quality and one defensive quality, otherwise the video might as well just be as short. Jigsaw simply states that dragon should be super effective to normal and fighting, and I get it. Normal is the most vanilla type, while dragon is the whole ice cream factory. Beloved flavours featured as legendaries, pseudo-legendaries, and wannabe Pokemon desperate for the dragon title. How could normal even be considered a rival to the great and mighty dragon typing? As for fighting, well, would you want to fist fight an element-wielding dragon, capable of flight and deflecting hits with its hardened scales? Meanwhile, Leonardo Video Goes states the point of the dragon type is to hit everything really hard, as the real damage comes from neutral hits, which I agree with. We want dragon to be a damage dealer, so giving types a resistance defeats the purpose that we're going for. So in the end, how about we go with this? We make dragon super effective to normal, and give it a weakness to steel. I wanted to leave the normal typing alone after doing a video on it. I was happy with the changes I made, so check it out if you haven't already. However, when thinking of my options for what dragon could be super effective to, I was stuck. While Dark is a good candidate to represent how dragons in media can defeat evil, after some thought, I decided to go for what Jigsaw had said. From a gameplay point of view, the normal type is meant to be basic, common and easy to handle. It's found early on in the game, and embodies a Pokemon in its simplest form. Dragon, however, is the complete opposite, arguably superior in every aspect. It's anything but basic, and is difficult to control. Many in-game trainers are renowned for being dragon specialists, as the task is challenging. You tend to find dragons in the late game, and they represent the most obscure aspects of Pokemon as a whole. In the end, dragon beating normal just makes sense. You could argue less is more, and there's charm to simplicity, but at the end of the day, a mythical creature possessing multiple elements has a clear advantage over a creature with no stand-up qualities to overcome these attacks. Speaking of elements, the dragon type gets to wield these powers, while also being able to resist them. As much as I'd love to make it resist more elements, such as rock, poison and dark, I've already buffed dragon in one area, so I'll have to nerf it in another to balance the chart out. After little thought, I went with still being super effective to it with justifiable reasoning. Dragons in folklore are typically fought by a warrior. No mere peasant could take on a dragon, which again goes towards why dragons should be super effective to normal. Anyway, these warriors tend to use swords, shields and wear armour to take the hits. Steel already resists dragon, and since we don't have a magic type yet, I think steel hitting for super effective damage is the closest we're going to get. Now dear viewer, you may be wondering why I gave dragon a weakness instead of another resistance. I would still be sticking to the rules that I set, and dragon would become the legend it once was before the introduction of fairy. But besides balancing out the chart like I mentioned earlier, let's explore a battle mechanic which explains my ultimate decision. Do you remember rooms, a feature that I created in updating the flying type? Rooms were to be set up like Trick Room, lasting 5 turns through a move or an ability, having only one activate at any given time in a battle. These rooms would double a specific type stat. The aerial room doubles speed for all flying types. Well, for the draconic room, it would double the dragon Pokemon's HP. Can you see now why I gave dragon another weakness? The opportunity to have your bulky dragon Pokemon double its HP would really make it challenging to take down. Think of the likes of Kingdra, Raging Bolt and Archaludon. They'd be soaking up hits like mad. Not to mention still wouldn't even be super effective to them, so it's not like the change matters, at least for these 3. Sorry Baxcalibur, kinda done you dirty, haven't I? So these are the changes that I'd make. Pretty quick video this time around, but what more can you do with this type? I'd love to hear what you'd do down in the comments, so make your way down there and give me your thoughts and ideas. Do you agree with mine, or do you think that I'm biased towards steel, as it's my favourite type, and I can't wait to cover it? Stick around for that video by subscribing, because if you're new to this, you're in for the long ride now. Might as well click a button to agree that I've hooked you onto this series. Until next time however, make sure to train hard and team build to the best of your ability, and I'll see you guys in the next video.